Okay, here's my driftwood. You see it's smoking a little. I just finished boiling it. It was in my aquarium before, and that's where you see these Nerite snail eggs, which are impossible to get off. I don't care what you do. You can get some tweezers and try to scrub it off. But even after boiling it, I can see where the tannins will leach, because you see this soft wood here? This is harder wood. This is Malaysian wood. So this part here is actually, it causes a little bit of mudding. You see that there, in there? It's still smoking because I just got it out of the pot. But it causes a little mudding. And that mudding is actually the coloration that's coming off in your aquarium. It's little pieces of wood. There's very fine pieces of wood that's really coming off and floating in the water. And that's how you get the coloration, where it's like, oh, the water's turning brown, because little parts like this inside there, you really got to get something to try to like scrape that out of there, because if you don't, it's going to just come out in the water coloring. Okay, I'm trying to do this at the same time I talk. So let me see if I can do it now. You scrape it just a bit, and you can try to rinse it off again once you. Now this wood is over the size of the pot that I have, so I have to turn it upside down after boiling it on one side. Let me see if you can see the top of it. Let me see. Okay, so it goes up there pretty high. So, but it'll still be within the aquarium. But you got to get all of those little soft pieces of wood off of there. Even get some scissors. This is how it looks like mud. Yeah, that's why the coloring is coming off in your aquarium. So you just scrape it a little and it'll come off, see? And it will just leave this harder type of wood. So when you boil it, you'll know that, because this stuff will not turn that color anymore, and the tannins won't leach into your water. So after you boil it and you see these look darker spots on your driftwood, go ahead and scrape that, give it a little scrub, and it'll turn to like this type of harder wood, so it will not go into your water and make your water look like tea. So you don't necessarily have to put extra filtration in to keep your water clear. You just have to get rid of the muddy looking type parts of the driftwood. See here? Yeah, I scraped some away. All of this was that color. So I'm gonna scrape again and get that off of there, and just leave this part of the wood. And then we'll have a new centerpiece in that big show tank with the discus. Now, they're safe for the discus, even though it'll leach some tannins. It'll be safe for the discus because they like natural stuff. But it's hard to get these snail eggs off of there, those Nerite snail eggs. Even if you scrape it, it's still hard to get it off. These scissors have been helpful, though, this part of the scissors. And I use my tweezers to help as well, to not harm the wood, but to help just lightly get that parts off that will easily color the water. And this is what's actually in your water. It looks like kind of muddy, but not really mud. It's just little microfibers of wood. That's what's in the water. Microfibers of wood. So that's why it's not harming your fish, because it's just wood.